Offset and Cardi B. Now, Offset crashes out over Cardi is not a headline that I wrote because Offset will be calling me once this show goes live. I spoke to Offset recently. I will just say as a disclaimer, he called me and we had a very nice conversation. He said he's moved on. I don't know if he's moved on or not because I don't get into Cardi's business like that when we talk. We don't chit chat about Offset. But, you know, he said he's moved on and he wants her to move on. He just doesn't want his kids in the conversation. Well, Cardi B, I'm saying her name like she's my friend. Cardi B. By the way, congratulations, Cardi. You were just honored at ASCAP during BET weekend and you looked fabulous. I only saw you for a few minutes. I walked to her room and she went in the room and went to a meeting with the label and left me out there like a nobody. Jason Lee, I left.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I love you. Cardi is out here leveling up with her new boo, Stefon Diggs. Now, Stefon, I like you, Stefon, but you just had a baby and then you allegedly got another baby on the way. So I don't really know the difference unless the sex is fire. And you are good looking. Well, anyway, Cardi B is out here leveling up with her new NFL-based Stefon Diggs, and that has her ex-husband just not happy on the internet because he has deleted his socials. I mean, they may be back by this point, but he had taken himself off the internet for a while. Now, just a little history. We know that Cardi and Offset got married in 2017. In 2020, Cardi filed for divorce from Offset. Now, they reconciled and were on and off again until Cardi filed a second time in July of 2024. In October of 2024, Cardi sparked rumors with NFL player Stefon Diggs. However, as Cardi tries to move on with Stefon, things with Offset got a little messier. In February 2025, Cardi and Stefon were spotted together on Valentine's Day. And Cardi said Offset tried to ruin her day. And she said that Offset can go on and fuck anything he wants. But when I start talking to people, he wants to threaten me and taking shit that I worked my ass off for. Now, as Cardi and Stefon has gotten really, serious since last May, Offset's requested spousal support from what the court documents have said in his ongoing divorce battle. And he's also asking for joint custody of their 3 children. He's also fine with the kids staying primarily with Cardi, which is interesting as Offset has faced claims that he's a deadbeat dad. Now, look, I won't say that he's a deadbeat dad because every time I've seen Offset, he's been very present for not only his kids with Cardi, but his own kids that he has outside of Cardi. But then again, I'm not in the relationship. And then Cardi has defended him in the past and also has accused him of things on the past, saying that there were times that he did not show up. Well, now that the gloves are off for Cardi, she wouldn't care if he got hit by a truck. That's what she said. Listen.
I woke up this morning completely shocked and frustrated after seeing what you said on The Breakfast Club. You really sat there and told the world that the only reason you're asking for spousal support is because I wanted everything and because I don't let you see the kids. That is such a manipulative and dishonest narrative, and you know it. You're playing the victim to hide the truth, and I've stayed quiet for too long trying to protect your image, but enough is enough. Let me make this very clear. When I filed for divorce, I didn't even ask for child support. I told my lawyer to remove it because I wanted to end this marriage clean. I wasn't trying to drag anything out. I wasn't being petty. I just wanted peace. I didn't want to be legally or emotionally tied to you any longer. That's how done I was, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And yet, you want to flip the story like I'm trying to take everything from you? Come on. Now, let's talk about the kids. You say I'm keeping them from you, but that's a straight-up lie. There has never been a single day when you weren't allowed to see them. In fact, I go out of my way to make sure they have access to their father. You talk to them almost every day on the phone. So, why are you out here acting like I'm blocking your relationship with them? You're not showing up. That's the truth. You stood them up multiple times. You haven't seen them since March, Cody's birthday. You said you'd visit after your trip to the Dominican Republic, then canceled and did a club hosting in Boston instead. You said you didn't want to see them in a hotel room, so I offer my mom's house. Still, it wasn't enough. I even told you to come to my own house so you could see them comfortably. Not for me, but for them. Because I want my daughter to feel her dad's love. I want both my kids to grow up feeling loved by both their parents, even if we're no longer together. I've been trying to give you that opportunity, but you don't take it. That's not on me. That's on you. And now you're saying I'm trying to take everything from you? Let's break that down. The cars? You gave me a Rolls Royce and a Lambo. Sure, but I've given to you too. When I bought my Maybach, I didn't have the full $170,000 that day. I was $70,000 short and you covered it. That's the kind of couple we were. We supported each other. But now you want to act like I took and gave nothing back? You can have the cars if they mean that much to you. Material things don't matter to me. My peace does. The Jersey house? I bought that house myself. You told me straight up that if I bought a house up north, you weren't helping with anything because you didn't want to live up here. But I've always wanted to have property in New York and New Jersey. That's been my dream. So I made it happen with my own money and hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. Don't act the Atlanta house. Let's be honest, you left me with those bills. Just like you left me with everything related to the kids. And let's talk about those kids' expenses, since people want to talk numbers. My kids have their own personal driver, who's on a $10,000 monthly retainer. That's just transportation, taking them to and from school, to gymnastics, to boxing lessons. Culture school tuition this year was $45,000. Waves was $35,000. You haven't contributed at all this year.
Not a dime.
All of that has been on me. But you go on national radio and act like I'm the villain? Like I'm trying to destroy you? No. I've been carrying the weight of this family on my back for a long time. Financially, emotionally, spiritually. And I've still tried to shield you, to keep your name clean, for the sake of our kids. But I'm not going to let you sit there and twist the truth just to play the victim. You're not the one who's been left to manage everything alone. I am. So stop lying, stop deflecting, and take some accountability.
It's not funny.
Cardi gonna be Cardi.
Cardi is gonna be Cardi, but it's too. You wake up like that. But that's what happens when you just get to a breaking point. And listen, again, I don't like seeing the family feuding, but it's not my relationship. I'm just here to report on the news. Now, amid all the drama with Offset, Cardi and Stefon showed up online together in a real cozy moment courtside. Take a look. Here they are at the Knicks game. There was one photo, I don't know if this is the one, but she had her arm all up under him holding on to. And look, when you step out with your man in public, this is when you know you either want somebody to go and jump off a building or you want the internet to talk or both. When you saw these pictures circulate, what'd you think?
I was happy for her.
Why?
Because she moved on. Move on.
But when you break up and when you leave your husband, who you've made 3 children with, don't you just take a break for a minute?
No.
Yes.
You only got one life to live.
So
Enjoy
you rebound like that fast?
Yes. If you find love that quick, dive into it.
Well, listen, she's my friend, so I want her to be happy at the end of the day. But I also wanted to see outside Cardi a little bit. You know, I want Cardi to burn the internet down, going on fabulous dates. Clearly, she's not a girlfriend. She wants to be a wife, and this is somebody that she likes, and she's serious about it. Well, Cardi then posted photos and videos of her laid up with Stefon and twerking on him, and she titled the post Chapter 5, Hello, Chapter 6. Look. Okay. Well. Cardi's gonna be Cardi.
Cardi's gonna be Cardi.
Included in her post was a photo of her wrapped up in Stefon's shawl from the Met Gala. Look. Oh, Cardi. Is that trolling?
She's trying to cause a crash out, and I love it.
She also shared the dozens on dozens and dozens of roses that Stefon sent to her. Take a look.
Jesus Christ, ya boy.
See, this I can get with.
Offset used to do that too.
But I'm just saying I can get with.
He used to do that too.
No, I'm saying I can get with the like posting me with the new person, posting the gifts that the new person gave me, posting myself wearing the clothes that the person had on in a different picture. That's fine. But like pulling the kids in, have a conversation about the kid, what you didn't do with my kid, like leave all that out. But this just having fun with your own stuff.
I'm not saying that. Okay, listen. The level of pettiness got to a point to where the son and Stefon had the same hairstyle by the same braider. That's when Offset lost it and said, y'all gonna fuck, somebody gonna fuck around and die playing about his kids. I mean, that's why at Hollywood Unlocked, we don't talk about people's children, because that is a thing that people will crash out and people will crash.
Yeah.
Can we all just get along? Like, what does it take to make everybody just go their separate ways? Because on one hand, Offset wanted other women and he got it. And on the other hand, she wants a man and she got it.
Yeah. Everybody wins.
But we're not, because we're in it. Like, we're like right now we're talking about why.
But see, like, again, this I can deal with. And I'm not throwing no shade. The Remy stuff, I don't want to see everybody's text messages. The DDG, I don't want to see y'all text messages. Like, that's too, like you said, take me out of the chat.
I forgot.
This is fine.
I forgot about it. Clarissa Shields and Papoose at the BET Awards approaching me like I was the bad guy. I'm Remy's friend. I'm friendly with Papoose. We never really talked that much, but I was in love with the Black Love. We all were invested in their relationship, like we're invested in this one. I've never spoken bad about Papoose. I've never spoken bad about Clarissa. But y'all are involved in a situation that we all got invited to. It's like inviting us to the potluck and not wanting us to have an opinion about the raisins in the potato salad. Like, it's not a fair thing. I've said Offset could come on my show several times. Cardi's been on the show. Remy's been on the show. Papoose and Clarissa are invited on the show. I am Switzerland, baby. I am Switzerland. Offset seemingly, going back to this, Offset seemingly reacted to Cardi and Stefon loving on each other. Take a look at this video. Good rollout in PR. So he's basically saying that this is all just fake. Well, Stefon trolled you right back. This is what he said. Caught. And Offset then started crashing out. As I told you, I'm going to use it here. He crashed out, but this is a thing that, I mean, I can understand it. When Wave was rocking the same hairstyles as Stefon, look. Maybe the braider was a coincidence. Before he deactivated his accounts, this is what he said. Look, now when somebody dies for playing with my son, then calls me the crash out. I don't care how I look, trolling with my kid in. Would you agree?
Yes, I say don't involve the kids. That I can agree with. Just the videos of y'all twerking on each other. That's what's with Remy. With her, the pictures of her in the car with her man. All that stuff I love. Post all that, troll that way. But I don't bring kids into it. I don't want to read your text messages because those were private conversations. Like all that kind of stuff, leave it out.
Well, here's what I will say as Cardi's friend, right? I'm staying out of this relationship. I don't call her about her man. We don't talk on the phone about her man. Because I pray that everything works out. Because she is happy and I want to see my girl happy. And anytime Cardi B is happy, Jason Lee gonna stay out the way. I'll pop in, check on her here, and then I do check in on her. But he had a kid recently. He has another kid on the way. And now you're dating my girl. I'm praying that he understands, Stefon, I am praying that you understand that there's a lot of people that loves Cardi and that wants to see her happy. And we want to see her respected, valued, appreciated, and held up like a queen that she is. I don't want to see her hurt again and going through the same thing because, you know, she has an album that's getting ready to come out. She has a rollout. Her kids are beautiful. Her and Offset's kids are beautiful. And she overcame so much in life that she deserves to be happy. You deserve to be happy, Cardi. So, you know, I'm not going to comment on it too much, but I will say that to leave a situation that you deem toxic, to get in a relationship that right now doesn't seem toxic, but has some toxic accents around it, you know, makes me a little uncomfortable. But nonetheless, I'll be here to be your friend and ride with you through it. Okay? And look, fine. Rich. That's why you're smiling. All right, anyway.